Hey everyone, good afternoon and welcome to this week's Wi-Fi Wednesday. Going to share my screen and go live in just a minute. All right, everyone, so please let me know if you can hear my voice and now see my screen. Type in a big yes in the chat box. Awesome, great. So welcome everyone to this week's Wi-Fi Wednesdays. My name is Kevin Z. I am founder and CEO of My Wi-Fi Networks, and we meet here on Zoom and Facebook Live each and every week to talk about the latest and greatest in Wi-Fi marketing. You guys know I was away last week at the Collision Conference here in Toronto. We had an awesome time, met with a bunch of great people. So I did go live there. If you want to catch it last week, I wasn't at the regularly scheduled program because I did have some meetings that overlapped, but I made sure that I did go live. I also posted pictures of the booth that we had there in addition to me on stage. The actual recording of that presentation will be coming soon from the Collision organizers. They're going to be putting that on YouTube. But today, I actually do have a way I'm going to be sharing that exact presentation that I made. I'm going to be sharing the slides with you so that you guys can go make that presentation yourselves to your local BIAs, to local retailers, and use it actually in your meetings. So that being said, I'm going to get right into the goods. We launched a massive new update last week. This is something that we've been working on for quite a long time. I personally think, I say this often, right? But I think this is really one of the biggest features that we have ever launched, primarily because it opens up an entirely new market. Now, I want you to comment on Facebook in the thread if you speak Spanish or if you operate in a Spanish-speaking country, if you have clients that are Spanish, if you have anyone, restaurant owner, business owner, whoever that you're serving wants to log in and see their local stats and see their locations in Spanish. All right, type in yes if you do. All right, so that's primarily, I see a bunch of people say yeah, so that's awesome. And I think here in Zoom, at least, I think there's a ton of opportunity there in Spanish. And what I want to show you is what it looks like. So I'm going to pull up one random client I just found in our platform. So big thanks to this location. I'm using you guys as an example. So here, this is the platform that this is the location dashboard. So this is when you drill down into an actual location itself. You have all the things you could do at a local level, the dashboard, contacts, reports, timeline, devices, etc. If you go down to the settings tab over here and click on settings, and then over here on the right, click on general, you'll see a new drop down. So we have two options now. What we want to do is really test this for a week or two, and then we're going to be adding a bunch of new languages in here as well. So we're going to add French, German, Portuguese, etc. If there's a language that you'd like us to add, and if you have a real business case for it, tell us exactly who you have on, etc. We'll be happy to do that. But we're going to start with the 3 to 4 major ones to start. But here's what it looks like. You click on that, switch your language, immediately it's going to change on this user. So if you are a user, a sub-user, this is typically the screen that you'll see. You can change your language, and your language default will be set across all the other locations. So if you're a sub-user that has access to multiple locations, once you change it here once, it'll be Spanish across, or the changed language across your entire logins. So this is awesome because now everything is in Spanish. And I mean it, like literally everything, even the dates over here, the charts. If you open up the actual profiles, everything about this dashboard is now natively in Spanish. So you guys who are white labels out there, even over here, if it's online, everything has been translated really well. So big thank you to our development team through their hard work, who was really able to go in and change every single element of this. But as you can see, like everything has been internationalized or localized, I should say. You have all the dates, everything now in Spanish. Okay, so if you guys serve any Spanish clients or you want to serve Spanish clients, now you can provide them with a platform that looks native to their location, and that really just adds a whole ton of value at the end of the day when you're selling this. So that is live. I'm super happy to say that is now live in the dashboard. That is here. So make sure you go in, check it out. Again, it's under settings, general, change your language there, and it will look like that. We also added the ability recently, I don't know if those who missed it, just before Collision, we added the ability to add more custom fields for SMS. So if you're using the SMS login option, you can go in here and now add name, gender, email, country, city, date of birth, etc. So you can capture a lot more data in addition to a legal double opt-in where you're sending somebody a 3-digit code, they're entering that 3-digit code inside the dashboard, and that is the way to make sure that their cell phone number is valid and it is real. And it is also legal to do that and opt them in through that way. All right, and finally, I did mention I did a big presentation out at Collision, and that presentation is actually found it can be found inside the members area. So let me show you where I put that. Let me just bring it on my screen over here. So you go inside the members area in Google Drive. So inside the Wi-Fi members area, go down to presentations. Let me just sort alphabetically here. So PowerPoint presentations. Go inside there. You're going to see everything that wasn't here before is now put in the archive. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm going to delete it. So whatever was here before is still here in the archive section. But I have this new presentation that I put in, and let me just run you through it. So you're going to have all these slides now. You can edit them as you wish. You can change whatever you want. You can also change your font. In PowerPoint, you can do a find and replace on font. I left it as Arial because it works great across Mac or PC, so it won't look like crap. You'll notice if any of you guys saw the slides, they messed up my font in the presentation. It was defaulted to Times New Roman. I don't want to do that to you guys, so I kept it in Arial. And you can go into PowerPoint. Let me actually show you guys, for those who are interested, how to do that. One sec, I think I need to get out of this presentation. Yeah, right over here. So let me just pull out PowerPoint itself. Let me just 1 second, it's loading. So I have my presentation. You go up to the top here and you go replace fonts. So on the drop down, a little magnifying glass, you click find and replace, but you're replacing fonts. Give it a sec while it loads here. So then you want to replace Arial, whatever the font is there, with whatever you want. And it's a really easy way to just go through, blitz through the entire presentation and just make it all look nicer. But this is what it looks like. You replace this with your logo. You can replace this image if you want. You put your name, your title, and your email address. Now I started this off with a big shocker where it's basically like, brick and mortar is being Amazoned. How many of you guys do this before? You go into a store to feel and try the product. Then you compare, you pull out your phone, you compare the price, and you end up buying it online. And that retailer is really missing out on all the revenue. They're missing out on the opportunity. This is a phenomenon called showrooming, and it's what everybody does nowadays. The only real reason that people go to brick and mortar locations is to build an affinity towards the product. It's to feel, try, and touch it, but then they end up searching online. So if you can stop it, and if you can put a barrier up, when you have all these people inside your retail store, your physical store, whether it's a restaurant, retail shop, shopping mall, arena, anything like that, you need to start capturing their data and build loyalty. And if you don't adapt, you're going to die. And this is, again, a presentation designed to be presented to retail executives, to senior management of stores, of any brick and mortar location, where it's like, oh man, he's kind of right, or she's kind of right that, if I don't adapt or do something very quickly, I'm not going to be able to survive much longer. So you want to really shock them right off the top. Then I go into some stats. According to Oracle, almost 60% of shoppers actually demand in-store Wi-Fi. And according to Cisco, 96% of consumers prefer to shop at stores that have free Wi-Fi, and they're also more likely to return. That's why, you know, Acme company or your company sees guest Wi-Fi as an ROI or return on investment. It allows you to monetize existing Wi-Fi hardware, to build a customer database, to integrate with existing marketing software, and to grow new revenue streams. It's the leading guest Wi-Fi platform. So this is you speaking, obviously, because it's your white label platform. We have the leading guest Wi-Fi platform with social data capture, visitor metrics, and marketing automation. So here's how it works. The client or guest would connect to the Wi-Fi the same way that they normally would. We layer over your existing hardware. So if you're using Cisco, OpenW, you know, any Open Mesh, Xeris, Ubiquiti, MikroTik, whatever, we work with your existing hardware, or we can come install some new ones for you. Step 2, users engage. So your guest gets a pop-up where they're asked to log in with Facebook, email, or any of the following social options. We grab a ton of data, including their full name, email, phone number, device type, if they're new or returning, their time spent, birthday, gender, and a whole lot more. Then we engage them and automate marketing. So on login, they see an engaging thank you page that we can customize. So obviously, this is you saying it to the client. You could put whatever you'd like to call with calls to action while they're in the store. But the magic happens when you take that data and integrate it with third-party marketing automation software. So whatever you're using, if you're using HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever you like, we can integrate this with your existing marketing automation software to help drive leads and get more loyalty through your funnel. We help automate email, SMS, and chatbot marketing. Again, you want to replace this image with something contextual for your client, but this just shows all the things you can do with it. These are actually animated GIFs. I'm just showing you a preview here, but it's actually an animated GIF where you talk about how you can capture social data. You can view the real-time visitor metrics, and you can edit all this. This is an optional page. If you want to charge them a lot of money and not let them know how easy it is to do, you don't want to let them know about the editor. You might want to take this slide out. And again, depending on who you're speaking to, if you are reselling it, if you're on our scale plan, for example, and you're reselling the platform, which I think is like probably the best thing to do with our platform. In fact, it is this slide you want to keep in if you want to talk about the different markets that we're best for. And obviously you can then transform this if you're a franchise digital agency or managed service provider into the direct benefits for your clients. And then final slide, really left to be an open-ended conversation. This is designed to be a 5 to 10 minute presentation to a BIA group or to a, to a small group talking about, hey, this is a huge problem happening in retail. Here's how to fix it. Here's how it works. Here's what you get. Who's interested? And this is really just designed to be the initial presentation to filter out whom the room is interested. And then you can go do, one-on-one presentations. And that is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys next week. The PowerPoint that when you're actually sitting down with them one by one, showing the custom solution for them is the next step of this. This is really just designed to be educational. How does this work? Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. Where does the data go? I get that too. Okay, I'm interested. Let's talk. That's what this is. So you have all these slides now available, and I can actually convert this into Google Slides as well. I'll do this right now. Hopefully it saves it on the fly. If not, I'll do little touch-ups, and then you guys could use this really nicely for your presentations, share them with your sales staff, etc. So let's see how that converted here. And Google has done a really good job in making this easier, and I think it actually is a pretty nice, smooth transition. Here we are. Yeah, that's awesome. And the animated GIFs look good. And I even actually, this is actually a better view because I include some speaker notes for you guys at the bottom. So here, brick and mortar, as you know, is changing. They're being Amazon. It's called showrooming. So everything I just told you right now, I knew it off by heart, but I have a bunch of speaker notes in here that'll help you as well. So please comment on this video. If you think this is going to be helpful for you, please comment as well as soon as you download this and make use of it. I'm probably going to keep most of the stuff moving forward in Google Slides, just because if we make a change, it's always dynamic. It is always real time. It's just a better way to work. But some of you I know do use PowerPoint, so I'm going to always include the PowerPoint slide if I can, if I have it there as well. Cool. And here as well, you can also do a really nice way to replace the fonts. You can set, I believe somewhere over here in your slide, you can apply a layout, or you can change the master, change the theme, in fact. And here's where, like, you want to make it your own, boom. Obviously you got to change the font a little bit, but you can make this pretty nice. That's a bad example there, but maybe this one's better. Right? So if you want to just change this up a little bit, you can fairly easily. Okay, guys. Well, I really hope you got a ton of value in this. Let me just flip back to the slide I want to be on right now. So if you have any questions, please chat with our support team. We're available all the time, right in the dashboard or in Wi-Fi, the support desk. So again, thank you guys so much for being partners. If you have any questions, please let us know. And also a final shout out, if any of you guys use Cisco Meraki, please hit me up on Facebook directly. We are working on something very special with Cisco and want to know if you want to get involved. Specifically, you'll need to have a live install with Cisco Meraki hardware, and we might be able to hook you up with something really special directly with Cisco. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining. Talk to you in the Facebook group. Take care and happy selling. Bye-bye.